hello.
Hi.
Let's see what we got here.
Now we just wait.
Yep. As we get dive bombed by stink bugs. No, we won't get any. We won't get any trolls.
Don't say that. Uh-oh. Don't forget to set the monetization.
I love my husband. I'm just saying.
The monetization.
I love him so much.
The monetization.
I mean, that's what I was doing, but, you know.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Let's see if anybody comes to see us.
No, we're too lame.
Oh! Somebody's here.
Another person.
That's Paul, and that's Henry.
Triple H.
Now, you get one guess. Is it Kyle or is it Miss Tasha? Who do you think it is?
It is Miss Tasha.
You think?
Yes.
JRC. Man, I'll tell you what. We saw a comment from y'all this week. And Jason and I we were like, oh, yay. Starting to see some of starting to see some of the people that we were used to seeing back when we were posting all the time. So, Carrie, what's up? Mark, hello, hello. Give everybody a few minutes to come on in. So, wrong.
Thought I was right.
Thought you were right. You thought wrong. Oh, what did I just do? I'm trying to make it so I can see more. There we go.
Messing stuff up.
I know. Don't touch anything, right?
Don't touch. Okay.
Don't touch anything. Hey! Oh, look! Green Gables. He's killing me right now.
What? Aww.
He's killing me. Alright, let's see. Trip H, both of us. Kyle's the one typing. Tasha's sick. Oh. That's bad. Let's see. Michelle Anissa Ali. Happy New Year from London. I'm new to your channel. Found you earlier today. Well, welcome. Michelle, what time is it over there in London right now? What are you guys, like 4 or 5 hours ahead of us?
That's
something
late.
Like that.
That's too late for me.
I can't remember. I know our friend Cheryl over in Scotland, it's like 4 or 5 years. Oh, look who that is. Look who that is. Say hello.
Hi.
There he is. Of course he was going to show up. He couldn't stay away. So you might be wondering, or maybe not, wondering why 1 o'clock. Okay, so that would be 4, so 5 hours. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's about 5 hours. So you might be wondering why I have this beautiful young lady here with me instead of Jason.
Instead of the troll.
Yeah. Oh, there's somebody from Hong Kong. Very cool. So Jason, this last 2 weeks with Blaze being here, was very exhausting is not really the right word. It threw us off of our schedule, and so it's been kind of, difficult trying to get back onto schedule. And we had to take Blaze back yesterday morning. His flight was really early. It was like 6:50 something. So of course he's supposed to be there 2 hours prior to that. So that would have had us leaving our house at like 3:30 in the morning. And rather than do that, we left at like
12:30.
Yeah, like 12:30, and we got home at like 3:30, something like that. And then Jason and I just slept in yesterday, but that was still rough on us. Challenging, there you go, that's a good word. So we, because we very much have, Blaze has been gone for almost 2 years now, and so we have very much gotten in a routine of how we do things, and Jason has a very strict schedule.
Are you kidding me? Really? He put it in caps so we would see it.
So, it's I can't even right now.
We just completely lost track.
We literally, the thing is that Jason has a pretty, I don't want to say strict schedule, but it's very scheduled out. And so, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he has things that he absolutely has to do. And so, taking Blaze with him or not taking Blaze with him. And so it was kind of just a back and forth kind of thing. And so it kind of messed up what we normally do. And then on top of that, I had a couple of days off. PP says, scooper, pooper scooper. So, so it kind of threw off our routine. So now we have to kind of get back into that. And because of the staying up late and not getting to bed at the right time and having to wake up early, it's just been very exhausting over the last couple of days. And the most importantly, the Friday morning, getting home at 3:30 in the morning. And then, we still, obviously we didn't wake up at like 6 like we normally do, but I think we were still up at like 8.
I was up at 7.
No, you were up at 8. And then, we had to get chores done and all that stuff because, animals don't care what time you got to bed, right? So, animals on electric fencing, and it's solar electric fencing. So, what ends up happening is if you don't have a couple of really good days of sunlight, then your batteries start to get low and your animals start testing the waters.
Start to get on me.
So, yeah. Hello, all. I got here at just the right time. Geeky Gardens, what's up? How are you doing? There's another new name there, Sunset Hosta Farm. Checking in from Ohio. We know some people in Ohio, don't we?
Yep. We
do. Wonder where they are. Wonder if they know that we're even live. We've had 2 weeks with clouds and rain. That's the thing, the last week it's been rain, but the last 2 weeks it's been overcast. There's been clouds every day. And
Blaze brought bad luck.
Blaze brought bad luck. Here's just a big grumpy Eeyore cloud all 2 weeks.
Take that back
right?
to California.
Take it back to California. They need it. So, Patty G. Oh, hey, what's up? Southern Bless Homestead. It's nice to see a bunch of you guys in. I was kind of worried that we wouldn't have a whole lot of people show up, but man, I'll tell you what. Earth Inspirations Pottery Delight. Hello from snowy British Columbia. Is Jason banned from the live? No,
yes.
He's not.
Yes.
No. He just wasn't feeling...
He did bad goat stuff.
He did bad goat stuff. He's in bad goat jail right now.
So...
She doesn't like my dad jokes. Jason just can't hang with his girls is what I'm hearing. No, he was just more wanting to kind of lay down and relax And so I was like, and I'll be completely honest with y'all, I was like, well, we don't have to go live, you know. We'd kind of left it open that maybe we would, maybe we wouldn't. And he was like, well, you know, we still told everybody we needed to go. And Ladessa's like, I'll go on there with you. And I was like, oh, okay. Mother Nature needs a calendar. She needs more than that. And that's something that's crazy. So I don't know how many of y'all saw, I don't know if y'all saw the video we put out this past week about the piglets. We had piglets born. And one of the things I was talking about in there is that we have been getting ready to, why was Jason yelling my nickname in the chat? Patty said, great, no dad jokes, I'll stay. We're going to have to ban him from the chat box.
Yep.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, Teresa. Mother Nature needs to go on estrogen. She's all over the place. So what I was saying in the video that we did, we were talking about how, we haven't been able to process any pigs yet. And that's because we like to have a couple of days of cold weather before we can...
Now, hold on. The high that we have this week is what? Almost 80 degrees?
Yeah.
80 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what it's supposed to be next week?
Like next Thursday, next Friday. Yeah. Yeah, the high is going to be in the 40s. So we're going to go from 80s to the 40s. Yes. I love how she says we. Well, everything we do is a collective thing. So, we are on live right now, but you are on the couch.
Burn! Need some aloe.
Wow, we might get snow tomorrow. Nope, we're not going to be cold enough. Now, she's in Alabama, I believe, but northern part of Alabama, I think.
I'm done.
87 here today. Going to be 27 in the morning. Yeah. So one thing I was talking with, I don't know if she's still in here. I think I saw her earlier. Is Jennifer from Farmer Meemaw. She was telling me one of the things you really got to pay attention to, and a lot of y'all are dealing with this right now, is when those temperatures start going from super hot to super cold, that's when there's a lot of high pressures and low pressures hitting, and that's when really nasty storms happen. So,
told you, I'm not on the couch.
Yeah, he's in the bed.
He's in the bed. Or Carol pulled out a mattress.
Wow, we may have snow. He's on the Kyle knows him way too well. Bathtub with bubbles. Could be. I did buy some Epsom salts yesterday, so he might be soaking. You never know. Here in Holland, we have a new record high. We're getting down to 28 tonight in Arcata, is that California? Missouri went from 60 yesterday to 1. Wow.
See, and why can't we get that?
We just can't. See, and that's what Green Gables, she said, yep, we're under a tornado watch right now. Yeah, y'all all be careful. Any of you that, if you're not on the live, you're free game. Definitely be careful today or this coming week, because a lot of people, the temperatures, they're going from like really warm to really cold, and those are the perfect time for tornadoes and just some really nasty storms. So y'all be careful out there. So how many people stayed how many people stayed up last night to ring in the new year?
Don't want shade, don't throw shade.
I'm curious. Those temperature swings are also hard on the bees. We have -14 with high winds. Wow. And they're up in, didn't they say they're up in British Columbia? I think, yeah. Yeah, it's a really long, scary roller coaster here. Yeah, it's really crazy because, like, our first frost this year came almost a month later than expected. We usually have something in the middle of October, and this year we didn't freeze until the middle of November, and that was crazy. And then normally we'll have, before January, February, we may have 1 or 2 frosts, and this year we had like almost a week and a half solid of hard frost. So the weather has definitely been different this year. So we're kind of like, I know everybody starts getting excited about starting seeds and planting their gardens and getting everything ready, but it's like, Jason and I were talking the other day. It seems like, the frost for us is going to be later, and I have half a mind to actually listen to it this year. What? Because I really don't want. I think our frost this year, our last frost is supposed to be like April 20th or something like that.
Now watch.
And that, to me, that's late. We're used to like the end of March, and so, but there's a part of me that's like, maybe we should listen. I don't know.
You're going to have this big video for planting everything that she has, and then boom, video about how all of it died.
All of it died. Amanda said if it weren't for the fireworks, I'd have forgotten it was even New Year's Eve. Teresa said nope, she was in bed before 9:30. Earth Inspiration said yes. Did it with the oldest 2 kids. Been a while since I've been to y'all's channel. Well, thank you for stopping by or coming in and hanging out with us. Geeky Garden said, not me, it can ring itself in. Beware of fall spring. Yeah, I really feel like, let's see, Texas Hill Country here, and we're still worried about a repeat. Yeah, I don't blame you one bit, because that was crazy last year. 52 degrees in Pennsylvania. Hey, I wear aprons. What is up? 52 degrees in Pennsylvania Thursday, 6 inches of snow. Whew. I've got tomatoes starting to ripen out back, but most of my brassicas are bolting. So Geeky Gardens is in Florida. So that's pretty nice, yeah. Tasha started organizing seeds to do a winter seed swap soon. Let's see. I got off of work at 11, and it takes me 30 minutes to get home, so it wasn't hard for me to make it to, yeah, that makes it easier. Look who that is right there.
I know.
Hello.
She just messaged
I know,
you.
I saw that. Hey, Deanna, what's up? I was excited to harvest my first brassicas this year. I got the last bit yesterday. What did you harvest, Patty? What all did you get? We still have, so that's one of the weird things. We went to, I don't know if you saw our video, we went to the feed and seed, or the garden center, or whatever you want to call it, up close to my work. And we got a bunch of plants, and they're not dying, obviously, but they're not thriving yet. And I really think it's because the temperatures have been cold enough, and then they'll snap to warm, and then they'll back down. It's like, Mother Nature needs estrogen, like we said. And so we're gonna hit all of it with some compost tea, and hopefully we'll kind of kick these guys in, because the thing is that it goes from being we normally can plant brassicas in the fall for a harvest right around now, but then you can start again in January to get another harvest in the spring. So as long as the frosts don't kill anything, we're just getting a head start for spring. So hopefully, that'll be good. Susan Price said, hello, Robin and Dessa. It was good to see Dessa at Roots and Refuge this week. I hope she enjoyed it. You did, didn't you? You had a really good time. If y'all haven't seen that, Ladessa and Carol both went to visit Jess and Maya up at their place, and they had a really, really, really good time. I think it was Monday they went, and they had a good time.
Monday to Tuesday.
Yeah, I picked them up Tuesday afternoon, so... Let's see. Shorter day lengths make everything grow slow this time of year for me. Yeah. Well, now we're on the upside of that now, so days should be getting longer. Mother Nature needs a good smack in the head with a pack of deli meat. Hopefully spinach and kale will do okay. It should be fine, especially where you are, as long as, you know, I know Tori and Sydney... from Naked Gardener last year, you know, they got dumped on too with that snow, and I think there were some of their greens did okay. So spinach and kale, it should be all right. They, you know, as far as I know, they should be okay. Depends on, you know, like our kale grows year round.
Yeah, that's confusing.
And to the point where it overseeded, and like we went to go cut the grass and realized that
Realized it started to smell like kale.
Yeah, and we had kale growing in the grass, so that was interesting. Let's see. Patty said my greens are doing well. Patty, where are you located at again? I forgot. Mama Z's, hello. How are you? It's going to get cold as heck tonight, down in the 20s. See, that's coming with us soon. Hopefully that will, we won't get, I think, what did I say, like 28?
You said 23.
No. Oh, mate. I don't know.
You said 23.
Yeah, it's going to be cold.
Sounds
I've got
like...
celery growing. Do you know how cold hardy they are? We tried to grow some last year.
We did.
And I will tell you, the ones that we had, it was really rough on them. The leaves, everything got frostbit pretty bad. But I don't know what variety you have. It may be worth covering them, depending on how much you have, Patty. You might want to cover them just for the frost's sake, because the cold they're fine with, but the frost might eat up the leaves some. I know it stunted the growth on ours, so it might be worth covering those up, just, you know, just in case. Let's see, I also followed Jess and Maya, and I saw her milking Hope, I think, right?
Yes. I milked Hope for a little bit, but she didn't like it, so we stopped.
Well, we know from experience that cows and even goats, I think you have found, are very particular with who milks them. Like, they get used to a specific person milking them, and when they're not, you know, when they're not having that person milk them, they can get a little moody. One of my favorite stories, and we didn't know this at the time, when Jason and I we got our first milking cow, and we went to milk her after her calf was born. Or no. Yeah. So what, especially if that person sings. So basically what the routine had been was I would go down and milk the cow, and I would put the radio on in the background, but then while I was milking her, I would sing to her. And at one point I had gone back to work, and Jason and Blaze were picking up that part of the chores because the girls were still really young. And so they started to milk her, and she would not let her milk down. Like, she just refused. And she just kind of sat there. And Jason called me, and he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, do we just turn the calf loose with her, or what? And he's like, I wonder if you sing to her, if she'll start dropping her milk. And so I'm in the middle of teaching class, because I was teaching like preschoolers at the time, and he he put me on speakerphone, and I could hear the radio in the background. So they had put the radio on, and that wasn't what it was. And so I started talking to her, and I started singing, and abruptly Jason was like, okay, we gotta go, talk to you later, bye. And he hung up the phone. Apparently that worked. So it was just, animals will be very,
Very
particular with who, who's milking them. So, because I know that Carol has tried to milk Gretchen, and Gretchen will,
kick her in the
chest, kick her in the face. Like, she has to hobble her to get her to milk. Dee says, Jason, please tell me that you sing 90s gangster rap to your cows when you milk, because that would be an epic visual in my head. No, Jason does not sing to her. Sure, let's go with that, Dee.
I can just imagine that now.
Oh my god, that would be funny. Yeah.
That's the next short we need to make.
There you go, Daddy singing 90s gangster rap.
Such a cow.
So what kind of plans do people have for 2022? I'm curious. I've heard, I've seen a couple of you say that you kind of have your seed packets out and getting ready, like, what kind of things? Anybody planning on growing something new this year? I'm curious. Survival, yeah. Definitely planning on survival this year.
Watch out, here come the zombies.
No, not good. Thanks for letting me believe that story, Jason. Yeah, well, survival is not, we're not just going to survive this year, we're going to thrive, right?
Yeah.
I know, finish my tiny house, that's cool. I know that Jason and I have been talking over the last couple of weeks, and we definitely feel like this is going to be a good year for us. So we're hoping. We got 5 pomegranates from our tree this year, so hopefully it'll be much more. That's awesome, just that you got fruit from it, Amanda. That is so cool. Teresa says, upping my canning, sowing more, dehydrating more, lots of good things. There you go. Sustainable homesteading. I need to clean up my little field garden and set up a date night for my goats.
That sounds good.
Get the house built and move out of the camper. That sounds like a good plan too. Let's see. We have a new grandbaby coming, and our youngest is getting married. That's exciting, Green Gables. Let's see. I also have given up Cokes trying to lose some weight with my lovely wife. Very, very cool. That's awesome, Kyle. Move. Get my first garden on the farm and be empty nesters. Yeah, that's right. So Mama Z, Misty, she's moving here very soon, and her youngest is not going with them. So it's just going to be her and Keith now. So that's I'm sure is going to be very exciting. I know Jason and I have talked before about, what that's going to be like when there's nobody in the house but us.
You're under the impression I'll never leave.
I know. You always say that too, and I'm starting to believe you. Ladessa says you're under the impression that I'm planning on leaving. Where the other one, Carol's like, as soon as I hit 18, deuces. Oh, let's see. Patty said, I have an adult child and 2 grandsons living with me. I'm trying to survive. And I live with Mac. Help me, Lord. I got you on the prayer list, Patty. Oh, let's see. Deanna said, we pretty much decided today that we're going to have to extend the garden space and spent this morning picking out more chicks from Murray McMurray's catalog. I'm so sad I haven't gotten mine yet. But if y'all remember last year, I didn't get mine right away either last year. So, don't know. Let's see. Mama Z's, in 2 weeks, Kendra moves out next Saturday. That's so cool. Teresa said soon to be an empty nester here too. Yeah, we still have a couple years, but
again, you're under the impression
like what Essa said, she's
I
never
will
leaving.
never leave.
She said, I'm never leaving. And we were in it. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, the McMurray catalog. Yeah, and we were in it. Goss Mania, what's up? Happy New Year. There's a lot of great faces in here, man. I'm so glad to see all of y'all. That's exciting. I'm really, you know, Jason and I had kind of batted around of whether or not we were going to start back up doing lives. And, you know, whenever I come in here and I see all of these cool faces in here, I really enjoy lives. I like being able to catch up with you guys. Let's see, we have a rooster and had our first hen raised chick in September. Little stinker is a rooster. Dang it. Doesn't that stink whenever you're like, oh yes. It's okay if they don't leave. It is the coming back that is a challenge. I can say, you know, with Blaze coming back to visit these last 2 weeks, you know, what I was saying before is when you're in a routine the way that we are, it's really hard accommodating that extra person that's not used to the routine anymore. What? Oh, you heard the back door. Yeah. So, you know, so that's the thing is like it's hard to add another person into that routine when they're not used to being in that routine. So, get the ugly one out and the live perks up. Kyle, that's not nice.
I mean, it's true, but...
And he retracted it. That was Tasha retracted it. She's like, Kyle. That's funny. But yeah, so as far as plans, we're putting together our video that we're going to release on Tuesday talking about that. So definitely be looking out for it. I'm interested. A lot of you that are in here, I have seen a couple of you posting comments. We love to hear from you guys. We put out our 3 videos this past week. The last 2 have done pretty well. I'm just curious about feedback from you guys. Did you guys enjoy those videos? Definitely one to watch. Well, the animals have been like, it's almost like they knew that they needed to act up for me. Like the one with the pig was hilarious. I was filming and he come up and tried to snap at me. That was fun.
It was Han?
It was the one that
Scarface?
It's the one that looks like Scarface. It wasn't Scarface, but the one that looks like him. Ooh, Dessa. Something tells me you're going down for agreeing with that.
I do not agree or disagree. I plead the fifth.
Yes, I do enjoy your videos, especially the... Uh-oh. Dessa, I made your bed for you. I love the pig ones. Huh?
The dots on the end concerns me.
I know, right? Yes, look forward to see how y'all are doing. Yes, enjoyed them a lot. Glad there's more to watch. Short sheeted. Did you tuck that big piece of wood in there that Lagatha brought in last night? So we've been letting Lagatha kind of just roam the house at night. And so this morning we woke up and Lagatha was out on the couch. But she had grabbed Ladessa's shawl, her poncho, and had dragged it out onto the couch and was using it as a blanket. It was really funny. And then Ladessa comes out of her room and she has this big piece of firewood that that Lagatha had brought into her bed and was like on her bed chewing wood on her bed.
Then she brought the mat in from the bathroom.
That's cute. We let her. I know, right? Do what?
And then she brought the bathroom mat in.
Yeah, so she brought the bathroom mat. So we have to start closing the bathroom door at night, making sure that she doesn't roam in there.
Putting a baby gate up is what I say.
But where are you going to put the baby gate up? In your room?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you'll have to do. Hey, Niana! Yeah, you'll have to start putting that baby gate back up to your room because Ladessa doesn't have a door. Her room was never equipped with a door, so...
Thanks, Blaze.
Used to be Blaze's, but we just never got around to putting a door on it. So, but the way that her room is, it kind of like goes back to the corner, so it's not like she really has to worry as much about privacy or anything like that because you're
13,
back in the back.
I don't have to worry about
You're
privacy.
14.
14. Yeah, I can't say that I'm 13 anymore.
Oh, so this week something exciting happened. I took the girls to the bank.
Uh-oh.
And they got their first checking account and banking account, or their savings account. Yes, yes. That was really cool, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all have done that with your kids, but it was kind of an interesting, like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like this rite of passage because they did some really cool, like they had to fill out some paperwork and answer a bunch of questions and do a bunch of stuff like that.
It was really bad when I got my mother's maiden name wrong.
Yeah, they asked for my maiden name and she was like,
Anne.
yeah,
No.
she said Anne, and I'm like, no, that's my middle name.
Like, no.
Fermented Homestead, hello. So one of the really cool things about it, while we were sitting there, I'm looking at the lady's desk, and she had these calendars. You know, the banks always give out like desk calendars and wall calendars and stuff. But our bank, their wall calendar is actually from the old Farmer's Almanac. So that was really cool. So we grabbed one, obviously. And while we were sitting waiting, because it was a meticulous process, like it took us probably over an hour to set up everything. And so while we were doing that, I was looking at it, and of course everybody knows, like, I love sunflowers. So I was excited just for the sunflowers. So then we started talking about Tessa doesn't need the baby gate, just the vacuum.
Yep.
So I was trying to, you know, get the girls to not be like agitated with how long it was taking. So I was like, I'll tell you what, whoever can tell me what this flower is, I will give you an extra $5 in your bank account. And I was so disappointed.
I got it at the end.
I was so disappointed, y'all. What kind of, I got like pea, it was a pea flower, and
Zinnia.
It was a zinnia, and it was a, Carol even said marigold. I was like, we grew marigolds. Like, you know what a marigold looks like. How could you not? You only got one. Wow, I would have taken at least 3. No, it's not borage. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, see if you can see the...
Up.
Yep, JRC. That's exactly right. Double G&L Farms. New subscribers from Kansas. Welcome. So awesome. You know, Patty, it does... Hey, Mimsy, what's up? So glad to see all these people. Patty, it does look like borage when it's from, you know, far away, but it most definitely is passion flower. And I kept telling them, I'm like, it's one of my favorite, you know, one of my favorite vining flowers. And they're, I mean,
Sounds like us.
They started talking about all kinds of stuff. Let's
We
see.
are-
We are farm family of all girls plus dad. That is us too, definitely. We've got, even the dog is a girl.
Yep.
Jojo, hello from Indonesia. Well, hello. Welcome. I'm so glad to see Mimsy. It's been a while since we've seen her. She's got a lot going on at her place. So, but yeah, so I thought that was really neat because obviously, you know, it has like the dates of, you know, things that you can expect, like the full moon and things like that. But, you know, one of the ones that I thought was amazing, this is a beautiful picture to me. And when you look at it, I mean, it looks like a pretty flower, but then you look at the description, that's probably one of the prettiest pictures I've ever seen of Alice Clover. Like, it's just clover. Let me see if I can show you all that. If you get up real close, you could see it, but like, I was like, wow, that's a really pretty flower. I wonder what kind of flower that is. And then, of course, you know, I mean, there's clover right there. Like, nobody ever accused me of being smart. But I was like,
hold on. What's your natural hair color?
It's not blonde. Let's see. Susan Price. We had 3 girls and a female dog. My husband said he lived in Harvardville. I think Jason would agree with you on that one. Double G and L said, we're also a YouTube family. We'll have to check them out. Definitely. Definitely have to check them out. Yeah, so then here's my favorite page because that's all passion flower. I would love to have passion flower on our farm, especially because, you know, it's not just the flowers, like, it's passion fruit, right?
And
so,
the deer.
Yeah, the deer would, well, that's what, who was it? I just saw somebody said that, JRC? Yeah, said that the deer eat it where they are, so that's cool. The Diller Dilemma. Happy New Year from ice-covered Illinois. You know, I lived in Illinois for a little while. Not long, but I did.
Sunflowers.
Man, that's disappointing, though. So they got sunflowers, but it's in August. You would have thought they would have put that in July for my birthday. You know, because everybody needs to consider me.
Everybody knows that your birthday is in July.
I know, right? Come on now.
Cabbage.
Cabbage. And what did I tell you that was?
Ground cherry. No.
No, it's not ground cherries. Anybody else have a guess of what these are? Because my daughters, which I was very disappointed, thought that it was a tomato, which it is most definitely not. Check out those leaves. Whoa. And I'll tell you, this is exactly, all you got to do is look at right there. That'll tell you exactly what it is. Let's see.
We have 600 mama cows.
My internet is horrendous, but I watched you make a keto oh, that's Anna from her fermented. We'll have to check that one out, too. We have 600 mama cows, too, plus nannies and ewes and female dogs. So, yep, lots of estrogen. It can be invasive. Here, I was overrun years ago before I appreciate what it was. Now I need to grow some again. Persimmons. That's exactly what it is. Persimmon. Yeah, that's what I tried to tell them because on the cover, it's right here on the cover. And they were like, oh, those are tomatoes. And I'm like, guys, no. But I was happy that they recognized this down here. That is Swiss chard. That's exactly right. And we grow and cook so much of that, they would have gotten smacked if they didn't know. If they didn't recognize that. I'd have been like, what? Let's see, is that a persimmon? Yes. Tasha has been dreaming of the day that we get to start planting the sunflower patch this year. Y'all had a pretty decent sunflower patch. Was it last year? I'm trying to remember. No, y'all had moved, right? Very bitter before the frost bites them. We actually have some persimmons on our property, so.
They're in the back pasture. We don't touch them.
Yeah, we leave
them for the deer.
We leave them for the deer. That's right.
More importantly, we leave them for my deer.
So, how many people have gotten their Baker Creek catalog? I have a funny story about that. I'm curious to see how many people have gotten their catalog. So I've been waiting for my catalog for a while. And I started seeing people posting pictures that they had gotten theirs before Christmas. Yeah, 2 years ago. Okay. And so how funny is it? So I had started asking, and usually Jason picks up the mail before I get home because he goes out like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then there's usually, he has one day that he has to go get feed or whatever. So most of the time he picks up the mail before I do. So I started asking him, hey, have you checked the mail today? Yeah, I checked the mail. And then he'd say something else, and it would just go. So the other day, I'd had enough because I started seeing the catalogs in the stores, the whole seed catalog. Saw it in Walmart, saw it at Sam's Club, and I'm like, where's my catalog? And so the other day I'm sitting down on the couch and I'm like, Jason, did you check the mail today? And he's like, yeah, your son's stuff came in the mail today, but we're going to have to go down and blah, blah, blah. And he starts telling me this whole long drawn out thing about how he's got to take Blaze down to the tax assessor's office to get his title and everything taken care of. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and message, our point of contact at Baker Creek because I haven't gotten my catalog yet. And he stops.
Says, oh, your catalog?
He's like,
yeah,
oh.
It's on the table.
Catalog? Yeah, I think that came in. I don't, and he's like playing it off. I don't remember. I think it's on the table in the dining room. I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you really tried to hide the catalog from me. To get rid of all those chicken magazines. Yeah, I haven't gotten my chicken magazine yet, so.
I've been looking for it. I haven't found it yet.
See, that's my saving grace right there because she's got my back on these catalogs, don't you?
Mostly I want her to get done so I can look through them.
But like, TBI, not my fault. That's not fair. You can't do that. But I haven't gotten the whole seed catalog, but I have gotten this one. And I will. He said, or have you?
I missed it.
Yeah, have I gotten my catalog yet? He's like, or have you? Yeah, so I was super stoked about this catalog. Like, I will be keeping this catalog because I love this cover. This is beautiful. We actually grew some of these this past summer, and we will be growing them again because they are breathtakingly gorgeous. They're so pretty.
I thought we were growing them for the chickens.
Well, yeah, but while we're growing them for the chickens, I can still appreciate their beauty. So, I think these might be a different. They're close. I think the ones that we did were like, what are they called? Like sunset or something. This is chocolate cherry, which how fitting. That's like my absolute favorite thing is chocolate cherry. So, yeah. So I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to order some of those. I'm trying to see where they are because I'm trying to remember. Do you remember what the name of the one was that we grew? Evening Sun. That's the ones that we did. Yeah. So, yeah, so we didn't do the chocolate cherry. They're actually new. So, this is the new one that's on the cover. And then this one is the one that we grew. And this is the Evening Sun. And the ones that we had grow were like this one down here at the bottom. So, they're very close to what these guys look like. So, I thought I was your favorite thing. Night, Teresa. I have that one and Territorial. I haven't gotten a Territorial seed catalog yet. We usually get one each year. What is that thing that he sent? Is that a present? I can't tell what that is. I don't know.
Wait, no.
What? What? Oh, is there something else in here that you're super excited about?
It was just going to remember the sunflowers.
Oh, they're in the back, like back here in the back. It's alphabetized. So, but that's one thing that I was frustrated with is because, really. So, one thing I was looking through this smaller catalog, and man, I'm gonna tell you, I was frustrated. I'm like, start looking at stuff, and I'm like, there's only one page of this stuff. Where's the rest of the seeds? And I had to remind myself that it's not the sun.
There.
What?
We grew. It wasn't. It was a special flower for the
Special flower for the. I bet it's for her turtles. Which one?
I'm trying to remember, the autumn queen or something. It had to go along the lines of that.
I will tell you one that I saw, and I don't know how many of y'all have looked at this yet. Who am I kidding? I'm sure you all have.
I gotta get some of those tomatoes.
But there's actually a sunflower, and I think it's on their website. It's not on
The
here. No, there's one that is actually a perennial. If you go on their website and type in sunflower, you'll see it. But it's actually an herb or a medicinal plant that they have in the sunflower section that is, I guess you can, it sounds to me like it's very close to like an echinacea kind of situation where you can dig the root up after the second year and use it. I want to say it was for respiratory stuff.
I know.
So that,
Yeah.
ugh, watermelon. Ugh. So, yeah. So anyway, is the whole seed catalog out yet? Yes. I know a lot of people have gotten theirs. I know from last year, or the year before actually.
Hold on. Is that Mr. Kyle? Or do we need to confirm that? Do we need to deny it?
So if you had to rate 2021 between 1 and 10, what would you give it?
2.
I would say for us, it's kind of low.
-2.
I would say less than average. So I would say under 5, like maybe a 4. I know we had a lot of things that came up that were really rough this year. But towards the end of the year, we really started like picking up some speed on the Dave Ramsey stuff and things like that. So, you know, I'm not normally a complete negative Nancy, but I would say for us it was definitely less than 5. It wasn't a great year for us, but it wasn't horrible. It did have a few redeeming qualities. Let's see, compared to 2020 or overall? Yeah, I'm not even comparing anything to 2020.
Hey, look.
2020.
They have loofah gourds.
I am never planting loofahs ever again.
Why not?
Yeah, we're debt free except for the house as of yesterday. So that's pretty exciting.
I just racked my chin. I'm trying to resist the urge to cry.
Don't cry, little girl. Where'd you rack it on?
Right there at the bottom.
Ow. This desk is no joke. Let's see. We had so much drama, but many blessings. I had 2 back-to-back surgeries. Mother-in-law died suddenly, followed by hubby having a quadruple bypass. We're just so blessed to be together. 4, lost some good friends, but God blessed, supplied our needs. Let's see, baby step 2 done. Yep. Yeah, we're excited about that. So.
Yeah, more lettuce here too.
I would say 6 or 7 was a decent year for us. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, you know, I remember joking one year, 2000, specifically 2000, I think it was 18, was a bad year for us. That was the year that the truck got totaled. And, you know, when you start filling out, like, paperwork and checks and stuff, you find yourself, like, having to remind yourself that it's not the year before. that year was so bad that when January 1 hit and I could start writing 2019, like, I was all over it because I didn't want to have anything to do with the year before. Like, I didn't want to acknowledge that it existed.
So, look at these marigolds. The orange Hawaiian.
Yep, there's all kinds of marigolds on there.
They're pretty.
These white ones are really pretty. Kilimanjaro white.
Turtles can't eat them, so we're just going to pass over them.
Oh, see, so now we can only plant stuff that the turtles will eat.
No, I'm going to have my own garden.
Where are you going to put it?
I didn't think of that.
Let's see, I'm starting 2022 farm sitting on a 125-acre farm. Babysitting cows, goats, and about 200 chickens, but my pottery suffered badly in 2021. That sucks. Sorry about that. Let's see. We did Dave Ramsey and each month do a budget together since 2011. That's awesome, JRC. That's pretty cool.
Look,
One day at a time. What's up? Hello, hello. What?
They have more milkweed here too.
They're all the same ones, though.
That one's new.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Oh.
Are y'all going to Nashville to do a scream? I don't want to do that until we get the house paid off. Nashville's a good little tribe for us.
Yes, this is what we need.
What? No, if you say morning glories.
Morning glories!
No.
I don't know who would voluntarily plant these in their
Oh,
garden.
look who's in the chat box.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Wait, hold on. Is it Aunt Tori or Uncle Sydney?
Probably Uncle Sydney. I don't know. You were thanking him earlier today.
Yeah. Nice collard greens.
Yeah.
But you made them, not him. So.
I did, but it was his recipe.
It was still his recipe. So.
Kind of, sort of. With a little Big Bear twist. Let's see. Yeah, we made, what did everybody, does everybody here, y'all are all from, no, I didn't get my catalog yet, stinker. So that's definitely Sydney.
Yep.
Sydney. Oh, it's both of them. But that's Sydney
That's
asking about the
worse.
catalog. Where's my peacocks, man?
No.
No morning glories. I used to pay my kids to pull them up. They were everywhere. They took over areas this year that were, it was ridiculous.
We were thankful we had goats then.
Yeah. And I don't know how many of y'all know this, but like I always talk about how the morning glories were my mom's favorite. They were my mom's favorite flower. But we always lived in a residential area, so it was, you know, a decorative kind of thing. And
Told you.
so now, whenever I see them, it's kind of like a reminder, and you know, I'll say, "Hi, Mom, how are you?" You know.
Sometimes she says hi a little too much.
And that's what I finally looked at. We had this huge group that was taking down the corn and all that stuff, and I finally looked at them and I was like, okay, that's enough. we know you're here, Mom.
I mean, my namesake just opens the door now and then, but that's just a little excessive.
Earth Inspiration said, I sent some mugs to Cog Hill Farm for Christmas. Do you know Jason and Brooke? No, we don't know them. Invasive. So invasion. Evasive, not evasive. Invasive. Oh, wait. And Team Jason needs an AR. Yeah, no. No. Anyway, so yeah, we have not received our Murray McMurray catalog yet. So I'm very sad about that. However, we did have a surprise today that I'll be talking about in a video. You'll have to check it out because it's really funny.
Wait, which one?
I don't think you weren't in the house when it happened.
Oh, yeah, that one. I said that one. I said that one.
Don't say nothing. It was actually pretty comical. So, we'll have a new introduction for you guys here pretty soon. So we have a lot of really fun videos planned pretty soon. Daddy said facepalm.
There's an emoji for that, Dad. Oh, wait, no. Do you know what an emoji is?
So that was really funny. While Blaze was here, we would start talking about something.
We were talking about Hot Topic.
Yeah, we were talking about where they went shopping. And Blaze just stopped because we were out eating. And he's like, Dad, that's a store.
It's a store where you go get
So then
things.
it became a joke with like everything. So that's what she's talking about, the face palm. It's like, Dad, there's an emoji for that. Do you know what an emoji is? So that means you're grounded.
Worth it.
She said worth it. That's funny. So what's the one thing that y'all are looking forward to growing this year? Like, what's one of the things that you're really going to try and grow the heck out of this year? I know for us, we're definitely going to be concentrating on tomatoes. We have got to get way more tomatoes than we did this past year.
Yep.
We need way more. But we have to have a whole patch just for Jason so that he can have tomato sandwiches.
Tomato sandwiches. Hold on. Do they have it still?
What, tomatoes? Oh, I know. I have a question. Has anybody here grown poppies? I'm curious. Because I have tried to grow poppies and I've had no luck with them. And so I'm wondering if anybody has had any luck with those. Alright, Mama Z says herbs and tomatoes. Mimsy, really, so she wants to grow the yellow Dr. Witchies, Dr. Wykes, whatever, however you want to say it. Food plots for ducks, okay? Daddy said food plots for deer.
Yes.
Yep. Amy! What's up, Amy? Tomatoes were a bust last year. My thing was, so I had tomatoes, and I've always known, need to be sown now in the winter. I might just grab my seed and go throw it out there then. I've always known the difference between determinate and indeterminate tomatoes, but I've never grown them knowing the intention of why we have indeterminate and determinate tomatoes. And one thing that I realized this year was how important determinate tomatoes really are. So we will most definitely have a whole, pretty much a whole row of nothing but determinate tomatoes. We're going to have the Romas.
We're going to be growing some green zebras this year, personally.
Well, we can, but maybe a couple of plants, but, so that's, that's the thing, is just wanting to focus more on, with the way that food, availability has been over this past year, it kind of makes you think, okay, what do we eat a lot of, and what can we grow to make sure that our supply chain is not a problem? So.
Wow, they have a bunch.
Yeah, they have a lot of pages of tomatoes. And that's not even all of them.
No, it's not. I want to try and grow the black beauties this year, but it's just the problem that we had with them is they don't get black.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that I'm trying to remember, somebody told me, and it might be Mimsy, that there's something that has to be, I think you have to pick them after a rain or before a rain. to get the flavor right on them. So, hoping to start the herbal tea garden this year. You know, I had started one.
No.
And then I had a freckles.
You had a freckles? Hold on. And you're not telling the story right. You had 2 challenges.
Mm-hmm.
You had freckles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had mint.
Well, that's the thing, is like I had mint growing. And I had bee balm growing, which was really cool. And I had lemon balm and echinacea. So I still have not received our Baker Creek catalog yet. I'm sad.
It must be on
About as sad as I am that I haven't gotten my chicken catalog. So I can feel your pain on that one. They were talking on the radio today about how food costs are expected to continue rising through the spring. Yep, that's exactly true. I want to do a freeze dryer, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. We've kind of been going back and forth about this. One of the big draws against it is how much power it takes. And that's something that I worry about with the way that the price of things have gone up. There are a lot of people right now that are suffering because their electric bill is twice the amount that they're used to paying to heat their home, or their gas bill has tripled over the winter because the cost of all of that's gone up. So that was one of my big concerns, was the price of electricity going up and having to use all of that electricity to freeze dry. Let's see, JRC. I'm a big canner, but this year I want to dehydrate more. It takes up less space, and I can save my jars for meats. That's definitely something that these last 2 years have kind of, for a bunch of us, is to prioritize, where things go and what place they have. Do you want to use more jars? Do you use more bags to freeze dry? Like, what do you do? So Mimsy said yes, medicinal herbs and high calorie carb veggies are going to be important for growers this year. Potatoes, corn, pumpkins, yeah, all of that stuff. So Living Traditions did a comparison on energy, and it wasn't as much as it seemed. It's not that I worry about it being that much. I worry about the fact that the prices of everything going up, that it might actually, just because the actual energy is not a whole lot, it's still going to be an extra expense. So I know that we saw a little bit of a bump in our gas bill because of all of the canning that we did. We put a lot of stuff up. We put up some peaches, some apples, tomatoes, some green beans. I mean, we did a good fair bit of canning this year, and our gas bill definitely reflected that. So the one thing I'm excited about is we got our roof. Seems like we've gotten our roof fixed. So hopefully come summertime, it'll be it'll be a little bit easier to kind of keep the house cooler, because even if we just use the attic fan, the draw in the pool is actually, you can tell that it's working a lot better now that we don't have that big gaping hole. Just started using my canning limed eggs. Great for scrambles and baking. The eggs don't work at all for deviled eggs. Okay, well that's good to know. Very good to know. We have not done any lime eggs yet, but I imagine this spring we probably will have to start, because we have probably 60 or so laying hens. So yeah, he said, nope, we're going to can outside this year. Yes, that's another video that will be coming pretty soon. Let's see. All right, well, it's 10 after 9. We've been on for a little over an hour. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. I think Ladessa had to go use the restroom. How many of you do potatoes? We've not had very much success here with potatoes. Well, that's a lot of eggs coming your way. I'm hoping so.
I know you are not trying to end it without me.
Amy Broussard says we've been dehydrating eggs. Big space saver. Dehydrating eggs, huh? That ought to be cool. Our water bill doubled. They say because our community installed a new filtration system. I'm still pushing poor boy into us getting a well put in. I totally agree with that. We've definitely been blessed to have a well on our property. We've done potatoes, but not well. We're about to test out water glassing. That's what the lime. That's the same thing. A couple of ours have started laying. But we're in a situation where we've really got to put together some kind of a chicken mobile or egg mobile or something to get all of these guys out and running around, because we used a couple of our Siskovich tractors, and I think that some of that has been an issue because you have a tarp over it, and so I don't think they were getting a whole lot of sunlight. So Amy says she has a video on dehydrated eggs. We'll have to definitely check on that, because I think that would be a good idea. Mimsy said, I did potatoes for the first time last year. It tripled in weight when I planted. So what did you do, Mimsy? What helped you get that 3 times the weight in your planting? Let's see. I'm doing sweet potatoes this year. We've done sweet potatoes in the past, and we've done okay with those. Can someone explain limed eggs? You basically, it's like a water and lime solution. It's glassing. If you look up glassing eggs, what it essentially does is it puts it makes it so that nothing can go into the eggshell, so that you're not having an issue with them spoiling, so they last longer. Big Bear Homestead, look into methane digester for outside gas burner. Use animal waste to produce gas for cooking or heating. I have to succession plant potatoes because I can't store them long term without canning them. Yeah, we have a lot canned. I used mushroom compost. Okay, we'll have to look into that. Pickle lime ratio to water, farm fresh, unwashed eggs only. There you go. So that means you have to be really particular about where your chickens are so they don't have any dirty eggs. And that's one of the problems we're having, is that right now we don't have like a coop where they can get up off of the nasty muddy ground to be able to lay their eggs somewhere where they're nice and dry and not dirty. So we're having to do that. So have I sent you slips yet? Wait, you can ship slips? I think she's holding out on me. Fresh bedding, Dessa. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call it a night before Ladessa gets...
Dessa's going to go in and do a nice inspection.
Oh, I'll do a nice inspection. You need to send the dog in first and see if she sees anything. So,
she's on his side.
Is she? Do you think so? It was really nice hanging out with you guys tonight. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out with us. We hope everybody has an awesome day. The rest of the year. I'm hoping that 2022 will definitely be a good year for everybody. I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like this is going to be a good year for all of us. So, okay, I'll try to get you some about the time you move. had a friend send us some purple sweet potato slips from Virginia. That's awesome. I think you can wash in warm water just before Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I haven't done that yet. So, Amy, it was really nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by, dear. We're definitely, we have y'all in our prayers, certainly. All right, well, Happy New Year to everybody. Try to enjoy the rest of your weekend, and then it's time to start putting our nose to the ground and get going. So, woo! You definitely are tired, aren't you? Yeah. We've had a busy day. So, all right. So I'm going to end. So I have to remember, but I'm not going to do the dance like Daddy does. And I'm the one who drags out goodbye. That's a Southern goodbye. We're in Georgia. So LaDessa and I would like to remind you to plant smiles,
grow giggles,
and harvest the love. Yeah, I'm not doing the dance.
Do the dance.
I'll do Jason doing the dance. Harvest some love, baby.
I'm gonna go.
Be kind to one another. You never know what that person that might be being mean to you is going through. Be nice to them. You'll be surprised what just a small token of, being kind will do to somebody. Recycle, reuse, repurpose. And you guys have a good night. We'll see you again soon. Bye.